Tank Davis about to add another brutal knockout to his already impressive collection, or could Lamont Roach be the one to shock the world and pull off the ultimate upset? As both fighters gear up for their high-stakes showdown, the boxing world is buzzing with predictions, debates, and wild speculation. But there's one question that continues to loom over the fight. Can Roach survive Tank's explosive power, or will Davis' relentless, unforgiving fighting style leave him in the dust? Tank Davis, the name on every boxing fan's lips, has built a reputation on his raw power, incredible speed, and ability to end fights in a flash. His knockout streak speaks volumes, and his training camp footage has only solidified the belief that Tank is a ticking time bomb in the ring, ready to unleash havoc on anyone who dares stand in his way. But even with all that momentum, his opponent Lamont Roach isn't backing down. If anything, Roach is doubling down on the belief that this fight could be more competitive than anyone expects. On paper, Tank is the overwhelming favorite. His ferocious knockout power, uncanny precision, and ability to read opponents have made him one of the most feared men in boxing. But in the shadows, Lamont Roach is preparing to prove that he's not just another stepping stone in Tank's path to greatness. Roach's team is confident, especially with his strength and conditioning coach DJ, making it clear that the size advantage Roach carries into the fight could be a game changer. Roach's team is stressing that this fight is different because Lamont doesn't have to worry about a brutal weight cut. Roach walks around naturally at around 155 to 160 pounds, which is 5 to 10 pounds heavier than Tank. And that's significant, especially considering how many of Tank's past opponents have struggled to deal with his raw power and pressure. But Roach's team believes that because Roach isn't dealing with the added burden of a weight cut, his physical strength will be at an all-time high. Roach won't just be bigger, he'll be stronger, more focused, and better conditioned to handle the full 12 rounds. This advantage, however, comes with its own set of challenges. Critics argue that size alone won't be enough to contain Tank's explosiveness. Roach's camp is betting on the fact that a fresher, stronger Roach could absorb Tank's power and return fire with the kind of precision Tank's previous opponents lacked. But can that really work against a fighter who has dismantled everyone in his path with one devastating shot? That remains to be seen. One person who knows the magnitude of the challenge Roach faces is boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya has a great deal of respect for Roach's skill set, but he's not shy about the steep hill Lamont will have to climb on December 14th. In De La Hoya's eyes, Tank Davis is a beast. There's no other way to put it. De La Hoya's respect for Roach's unpredictable style is evident, but even he doesn't believe Roach has what it takes to topple Tank. He's clear in his assessment. Tank's experience, his ability to change the course of a fight with a single punch, and his relentless training make him the favorite. But De La Hoya doesn't completely count Roach out. He acknowledges that while Tank is undeniably powerful, Roach is sneaky, and that sneakiness could catch Tank off guard. Roach has the ability to land combinations without warning, and if he catches Tank in the right spot at the right time, the tables could turn. And this is but Tank is known for his ability to handle pressure. Roach has shown flashes of brilliance, but Tank's power and experience are what make him the more dangerous fighter going into this fight. And it's not just De La Hoya who's impressed with Tank's ability. His camp, led by trainer Calvin Ford, is as confident as ever. Ford has seen firsthand the dedication Tank brings to every training session. Tank isn't just showing up to train, he's showing up to dominate. His latest training footage leaves no doubt about his intentions. Every punch in the clip exudes raw power, explosive speed, and bad intentions. Tank is locked in. This isn't just another fight for him, it's another chance to leave his mark on boxing history. What makes Tank so dangerous isn't just his physical attributes, it's his mindset. Tank Davis enters the ring like a predator, seeking nothing less than total destruction. But while Tank's power and explosive combinations are well known, there's an aspect to his game that many overlook: his ring IQ. Tank isn't just a one-trick pony, he's a calculated fighter who knows when to press the gas and when to step back. Every move he makes is precise, and his camp believes that this fight will be no different. Roach's camp, however, is betting on the idea that Tank might slip up. Roach's team believes Tank's aggression could play right into their hands. If Tank gets too overzealous and leaves himself open, Roach's sharp boxing and defensive awareness could allow him to land clean, punishing shots. The question, of course, is whether Roach can absorb the punishment Tank will undoubtedly dish out in the early rounds. If Roach can withstand Tank's onslaught, we may be looking at a much more competitive fight than anyone anticipates. But if Tank lands his signature shot early, this could all be over in a flash. Tank Davis is already on a different level mentally, especially when it comes to his training camp. Known for being a night owl, Tank follows a routine that aligns with his natural rhythm. Instead of the typical day-to-day fighter schedule, Tank's routine is designed for peak performance at night, ensuring that when he steps under the bright lights of the arena, he's already in his prime. That's something that separates Tank from many of his opponents. His ability to peak when it matters most, coupled with his extraordinary focus during training, gives him an undeniable advantage. But while Tank's physical preparation is dominating the headlines, Roach is preparing in his own way. If there's one thing that Lamont Roach has going for him, it's his mentality. Roach isn't intimidated by Tank's power. He's not intimidated by the long odds stacked against him. Roach's team is focused on building a fighter that can absorb Tank's punches and turn the tide when it's most needed. They're training Roach to be the kind of fighter who can withstand the pressure and not just survive, but thrive under it. This fight is more than just a battle of strength, it's a battle of wills, and Roach is betting that he's mentally strong enough to withstand everything Tank has to offer. But Tank isn't just going to allow this fight to be decided by mental fortitude. Tank knows the pressure is on him, and his mentality going into this fight is nothing short of ferocious. He's not just fighting to win, he's fighting to annihilate his opponent. Every training session, every drill, every punch is designed to inflict maximum damage. Tank's team knows that Lamont Roach isn't just a warm-up fight, he's the real deal. And Tank is treating this fight like the championship battle it is, with the kind of focus that only the most dangerous fighters in the world can maintain. The mental game will play a crucial role in the outcome of this fight. Roach believes he has the tools to capitalize on any slip-up Tank might make, but Tank is too focused, too precise, and too explosive for Roach to take any chances. When these two meet in the ring, it will be a battle of strategy, power, and the ability to survive a brutal onslaught of punches. Tank Davis is locked in, and Roach will have to be perfect to have any chance of surviving the storm. As fight night approaches, the big question remains, can Roach weather the storm, or will Tank Davis remind the world why he's considered one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport? Roach's team believes that if he can stay disciplined, avoid Tank's power, and use his size advantage to his benefit, he might be able to extend the fight and create some opportunities. But Tank's sheer force and ability to adapt make him the favorite, and if he steps into the ring with the kind of focus and determination we've seen from him in training, it might not be a question of if he wins, but how soon. Both fighters are gearing up for a fight that promises fireworks. Lamont Roach may be the underdog, but don't expect him to go down without a fight. He's been waiting for this moment his whole life, and now under the bright lights, he's ready to make a statement. But is that statement going to be enough to overcome the sheer power and skill of Tank Davis? Time will tell, but one thing is for sure, this fight is one for the ages. So the question stands, can Roach do the unthinkable and upset the powerhouse that is Tank Davis, or will Tank walk away with yet another brutal knockout victory to add to his growing legacy? The countdown to fight night has begun, and we want to know. Drop your predictions in the comments below.